Right now, not everyone is a fan of Madison Metro Transit's new routes. We spoke with some frustrated riders hoping for some changes.
But first, severe and wet weather across the upper Midwest, including tornadoes in the Chicago area. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is tracking those storms as they leave the region.
And fresh out of the oven, season 21 of Top Chef is coming to Madison. Why Wisconsin's cuisine makes a good fit for the newest season of the reality TV show. It's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. We do have breaking news to start tonight. Police in Beloit are looking for a missing teenage girl who left home early Monday morning.
Her family is concerned as she stopped responding to them. This is Julia. She is 16 years old. Julia is 5 feet 5 inches tall with hazel eyes and brown hair. Anyone with information is asked to call the Beloit Police Department at the phone number on your screen, 608-757-2244. Also breaking, Madison police say they've arrested a suspect wanted for murder. 18-year-old Julius Jones was taken into custody earlier today at an apartment off American Parkway on the far east side of Madison. He was wanted as a suspect in the murder of Nicholas Taylor Washington last month on East Dayton Street. Jones was officially named a suspect last week, with police saying he was considered armed and dangerous. He's being held in the Dane County Jail on a tentative charge of first-degree intentional homicide.
Powerful storms brought torrential rain, damaging winds, even tornadoes to the Chicago area tonight. The National Weather Service confirming one touching down near O'Hare Airport about 3 hours ago. Here in southern Wisconsin, we got some much-needed rain, but at least we escaped the severe weather.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has been watching our rain and Chicago's storms. He joins us now with the first warn forecast. Gary?
Well, Charlotte, it was a close call for us, at least as far as the severe weather is concerned. Doppler track at 4 p.m. shows the widespread rain across southern Wisconsin, but a narrow line of thunderstorms developing through parts of Greene County into northwestern Illinois. There actually was a tornado warning for at least a short period of time around 4 o'clock this afternoon for southern Greene County, but no severe weather reported in southern Wisconsin. But watch what happens as that line shifted to the south and east. A line of fast-moving and intense thunderstorms swept through the Chicago area very quickly, and unfortunately, there were a number of tornado reports. These are the latest, and you can see them up through the northwestern suburbs, the west side of Chicago, and the northwestern suburbs, including reports near O'Hare Airport of warehouses being blown down, countryside in the western suburbs, a lot of roof damage and tree damage. Also in South Elgin, some tree damage. Farther to the west, Campton Hills, pretty significant tornado moved through there as well. Now, the rainfall also heavy in parts of the Chicago area. 2 to 4 inches through parts of north central Illinois. Most of the rest of northern parts of the Illinois area and into southern Wisconsin, 1 to 2 inches of rain, and that included our viewing area. So that's the good news. With good soaking rain over about a 4 to 5 hour period. You can see the rain has now shifted to the east. It's possible there could be an isolated shower or storm that pops up in a spot or two overnight. Now it's the fog we're watching. Visibility 3 miles in Viroqua. With all that rain during the day, we'll probably see some patchy fog form as temperatures are still in the upper 50s to the lower 60s. These temperatures will fluctuate up and down a bit overnight. Right now, 58 McFarland, 59 in Oregon, and 60 the current temperature in Belleville. Otherwise, look for mostly cloudy skies, some patchy fog, just a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Low temperature, upper 50s to around 62. Later on, I'll take a look at our prospects for more rain over the next couple of days.
Gary, thank you. It's now been 1 month since Madison Metro's transit redesign went into place, and the reviews are mixed.
After weeks of collecting feedback from riders, Metro Transit is now ready to make a few changes. Braden Ross joins us to explain. Braden?
Yeah, just a few hours ago, Madison's Transportation Commission unanimously approved a number of minor changes to the new routes. But for some riders I talked to today, small tweaks just aren't enough.
We knew it wasn't going to be perfect.
1 month after Metro Transit's complete route overhaul, many riders still aren't convinced.
To mess up a whole complete system, there was nothing wrong. Why fix something that's not broken?
But Metro Transit Chief Development Officer Mick Roosh says that's something they planned for.
This is a work in progress. We've always known that we weren't going to have it, hit it 100% on the head the first time around.
Over the last month, Metro Transit has heard the complaints.
Some of the buses are running a little slow. Customers are giving us feedback. They're not running often enough. And there are some issues over by the UW hospital.
And now they're ready to do some tweaking.
These are not giant changes. We are listening and we are doing our best to adjust as best we can.
They can only make changes 4 times a year when drivers pick new shifts. The next shift pick in August will see the first adjustments, minor schedule changes, and more frequent buses on certain routes, and a few extra stops to get riders closer to the hospital. But the tweaks don't address one of the biggest concerns.
There is a lot of handicapped people and elderly people on the bus, and then they're gonna have to be walking through the snow and stuff, and that's not gonna be nice.
Roos says that's a whole other can of worms, but one Metro Transit is ready to open.
That's definitely on our radar and definitely a separate project that we are working on right now.
But still, given the choice between the new and the old, many are still wishing they could go back in time.
I'd go back to the old one.
Now, these changes will go into effect sometime in August, and you can head to channel3000.com to see all the details on what's changing.
Braden, thank you. In Waukesha, the school board voted 9-0 to fire a teacher who tweeted her students weren't allowed to perform a Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton song during a concert. Melissa Temple is a first-grade dual-language teacher who is teaching at Higher Elementary. When she tweeted in March, the school's administration wouldn't allow her students to sing Rainbow Land, a 2017 duet by Cyrus and Parton. That tweet grabbed national attention. She was put on administrative leave, something some said was because the song encourages LGBTQ+ acceptance. Lawyers for the school board said Temple violated board policy by expressing her views on social media before speaking with her supervisors.
A house fire this morning in rural Cottage Grove left one person dead. You may have seen a plume of smoke this morning looking east if you were driving around Madison. Multiple fire departments responded to a fire on the northeast edge of Cottage Grove at a residence on Baxter Road. A spokesperson for the Dane County Sheriff's Office later confirmed that a person was dead inside. The Cottage Grove Fire Department is investigating. In southern Illinois, a crash involving a Greyhound bus and 3 semi-tractor trailers left 3 people dead and at least 14 others injured.
It happened overnight on Interstate 70 in Madison County, Illinois. All of those killed and injured were on board the bus. Authorities say the bus was traveling westbound and struck 3 vehicles that were parked on the exit ramp shoulder of a rest area. You can see the right side of that bus is just completely torn open. One of the truck drivers whose vehicle was struck started to rescue people when the crash woke him from his sleep.
Yeah, I got 5 people out through the window, and then the tire, it was catching on fire, so I had to run back, and I shut the vehicle off. They didn't have a key; it has a little toggle, so I had to shut the bus off, and then I ran to my truck and got the fire extinguisher, and I put the fire out.
Authorities say that bus was traveling from Indianapolis on I-70 over to St. Louis.
China-based hackers have breached email accounts at 24 organizations, including some U.S. government agencies. The full scope of the hack is being investigated, but U.S. officials and Microsoft have been working to assess the impact of the hack and contain the fallout. Officials say the hack was an apparent spying campaign aimed at acquiring sensitive information. China has been labeled as the most advanced of U.S. adversaries in cyberspace. The FBI has said Beijing has a larger hacking program than all other governments combined. China is routinely denying the allegations.
Starbucks union workers are on a summer-long bus tour, and today that bus stopped at Madison's State Street Starbucks, which recently voted overwhelmingly to unionize. That decision came at the beginning of last month with a final vote of 20-2 in favor of unionizing. The State Street location is actually the second Starbucks in Madison to unionize, joining workers at the Capitol Square location, which voted in favor of unionizing last summer. As we told you last night, season 21 of Top Chef is coming to Wisconsin. Madison and Milwaukee will both be featured on the Bravo reality show next year.
Now that should interest you, especially if you've never watched before. New at 10, Armand Rahman spoke with a local chef and Destination Madison about what they think why they think Madison was a good fit.
If this plays on the TV in your house every night, you may soon watch and say,
am I going to know anyone, that's competing?
Bravo TV announced Top Chef is coming to Madison and Milwaukee for the show's 21st season.
I was pretty hyped.
Chef Tori Miller is a viewer himself.
It's kind of like a love-hate kind of relationship. It's like sometimes you see things and you're just like, why are they doing that? And other times you're like, yeah, that's a really cool challenge. I really love what they've done for people's culinary careers.
But will he put his chef's hat in to be a contender?
When I was younger, for sure, I was like, maybe I could do it. For me as the owner and the chef, and the chef of the 2 restaurants, plus being a dad at home, it's a really tough decision to, go on TV and live my my superstar dreams.
Still, the owner of Gray's and Latois downtown says the whole culinary community will benefit.
Economically, it could be a really big win for us as well. Inevitably, that's going to bring farmers and farming and cheesemakers and dairy and all of those things that we are known for and we celebrate every day in our restaurants. To be shown on television, it's going to be so rad.
Destination Madison worked with Travel Wisconsin to put us on that map.
We really took their lead to say, you know, what is it that they are looking for? What are those unique things that Madison can offer?
They say it's the whole food community here that made our city the best dish to serve the show on.
Our chefs, a lot of them are James Beard recognized. And then you try our very eclectic dining scene. We are a no-brainer for Top Chef.
Now, the Wisconsin season will also be the debut of new host and season 10 winner Kristen Kish, replacing Padma Lakshmi. Destination Madison says they're still waiting to hear how and who will be competing, so you guys have a chance still if you guys want to compete.
Yeah, good luck to us.
And do French toast or bagels?
Cereal? Yeah.
Armand, thank you. More local stories are just ahead after the break.
A project 10 years in, now considered complete. Union Corners celebrating its grand opening on Madison's east side this afternoon. We'll share what's all included there next.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Stamilk red cherries, just $2.99 a pound. Select General Mills cereal, $1.88. And value packs of Hy-Vee chicken breasts, only $2.99 a pound. Get the hottest deals all week long at Hy-Vee.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Why did you switch? With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
Why are there 2 extra seats? Are we getting 2 Great Danes? I know, giant Uncle Dane and his giant beard. Maybe a dragon. Twin sisters, and one is a robot and one is a knight. And I'll be on the side of the octopus.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2023 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport.
Salonpas Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Try a toasted bagel sandwich and pair it with a $2 medium iced coffee. Now even bolder.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Cheez-It crackers, just $1.94. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Coke products. And Cottonelle bath tissue or Viva paper towels, only $5.97. Get the hottest deals all week long at Hy-Vee.
Sebastian Maniscalco, the king of clean comedy.
I'm on a cleanse. You drink drywall in a cup, and it's supposed to clean you out.
Then Mason Gooding is here.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Tonight's Powerball lottery drawing just happened within the last 15 minutes. Here's a look at those winning numbers: 23, 35, 45, 66, 67, and the Powerball is 20. An estimated $750 million is up for anyone holding a ticket that matches all of those numbers. The winner would have the choice between annual payments for over 30 years, which increase by 5% each year, or the lump sum payment estimated at a nearly $379 million before taxes. No one has won that was after taxes. The grand prize, since April 19th. That is 35 straight drawings with no one matching all 6 numbers. Maybe no one will win, and we'll finally remember to get a ticket,
we forgot
right?
to buy a ticket.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Okay, a rural community in northern Wisconsin is getting a brand new medical facility.
Governor Evers attended a groundbreaking of the new $35 million Marshfield Medical Center, Park Falls. $20 million of that cost was covered by a grant from the Healthcare Infrastructure Capital Investment Group. Governor Evers believes this facility will save lives.
As many of you know, the next closest medical facility is more than an hour away, which for someone in need of immediate care can almost always be insurmountable. That's why this facility is such a critical access point and bridges an important gap in healthcare here in rural Wisconsin.
The new facility will replace an aging hospital that was built back in 1966 that is lacking critical infrastructure upgrades. 45,000 people call Park Falls home. Back in Dane County, nearly 10 years of work complete this afternoon for a big East Side Madison community project.
Crews have been working on Union Corners since 2014. The community includes apartments, retail space, and a UW Health Clinic and urgent care. Union Corners has 252 affordable market rate and luxury apartments with a variety of shops down below, including a furniture store and a Ukrainian restaurant.
The big diversity of neighborhood retail is evident here, and we think it's just going to continue. We don't know what's really next.
If you want to see Union Corners for yourself, it is located at East Washington, Winnebago, and Milwaukee streets. Well, after a 7-hour city council meeting last night, the Madison Council is approving some changes for a property on West Johnson Street to offer more housing. 17 yes and 2 no votes were cast to rezone the property across from the Hampton by Hilton. That means it can be developed into a mixed-use district. The plan to use it for housing and business. In a statement overnight, Mayor Satya Rhodes-Conway says the development would double the number of units in that area. That works toward her goal of drastically increasing housing in the city.
The Sauk County Fair is back this week in Baraboo. Walk right into the fairgrounds for free. And just know parking, though, will cost you just $5. The fair's first day was Monday. Today, the first day that all the rides, games, and vendors were open, and with animal exhibits also ready for viewing, but with a delayed start. The wet weather pushed things back a bit to 5:30 to open today. The fair runs through Sunday. Its big draw will be Saturday night, 7 o'clock. Country music singer Scotty McCreery will perform. For more information on the fair and for tickets to that show, visit SaukCountyFair.com. Hollywood's major film and TV studios and the union representing more than 160,000 actors are engaged right now in last-ditch talks ahead of a midnight deadline to avoid a labor strike. SAG-AFTRA, Hollywood's largest union, is demanding higher compensation in the streaming era, plus some safeguards around the use of artificial intelligence. Members have authorized a strike if negotiators cannot reach that deal. It comes as the writers' strike has lasted more than 2 months, with more than 11,000 members of the Writers Guild of America walking out in early May.
That looming strike won't disrupt summer blockbuster season, which is just getting underway. Today, the Mission Impossible franchise returned with its 7th installment, Dead Reckoning Part 1. For some moviegoers earlier this week, they got a special surprise meeting the film's star, Tom Cruise, and director Christopher McQuarrie. This is video posted by Cruise on his Twitter account earlier today, a compilation of him greeting fans at early screenings of the film in Toronto, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, and Miami. Well, Gary's back with a check of the first warn forecast, and for a while they're getting some rain. Felt like Mission Impossible, but Mother Nature came through today.
You could almost hear the ground just kind of sucking it up, you know.
That was wonderful.
It was a nice widespread rain over enough of a period of time that we didn't have to worry about flooding. We could use a couple more like that, but we'll take what we can get. Let's start out by taking a look at visibility. With all that rain, now temperature is cooling off into the upper 50s and lower 60s, starting to see some patchy fog. Visibility 2.5 miles in Viroqua. Janesville had dropped to about 5 miles. They've improved a bit, but we'll see some patchy areas of fog overnight. Nothing widespread. As far as rainfall is concerned, the major reporting stations kind of tell the story. Here in Madison, 1.68 inches of rain. That was a record for the day today. So in the middle of a drought, we set a rainfall record for a day. Dubuque, Iowa, a little over 1.5 inches. Milwaukee, over 1.5 inches as well. The National Weather Service office in Sullivan, 1 inch. Rockford, Illinois, farther to the south, they had those lines of storms sweep through much more quickly, so that limited them to about 2/3 of an inch of rain. La Crosse up to the north, they were in the have-not category with just a little over, or a little less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. Some of the unofficial reports, including Lodi at 2.8 inches, Cross Plains 2.6, Middleton 2.4, northwestern Dane County seemed to get a little more of a bullseye. Barneveld, eastern Iowa County 2.25 inches, Blue River in Grant County near the Wisconsin River 1.67 inches, and here at the station 1.52 inches of a very welcome rain. You can see just how widespread it was from Rain Vision rainfall accumulation estimates, generally about 1 to 2 or locally more like in northwestern Dane County, but it was just a good soaking rain. High resolution radar right now, nothing out there even though we have clouds and there's a fair amount of humidity. The rain that we had moves eastward into Indiana and Michigan. You can see still some strong to severe thunderstorms over parts of Michigan and Indiana. Additional rainfall through Friday night, and early Saturday morning. There'll be some areas that see 1 inch to 1.5 inches and some heavier thunderstorms, but it's not going to be as widespread as what we saw today. It'll be the more typical July type thunderstorms. So some areas nearby could see less than 1/4 of an inch of rain or not get anything at all. It's hard to tell exactly who's going to get it. We'll just have to wait and see as the thunderstorms develop over the next couple of days. 3 things you need to know. That'll keep the rain chances low through the weekend. Temperatures will be in the 80s through most of next week and maybe near 90 by the end of the week. And it will be dry most of next week as well. Not much in the way of rain chances. For tomorrow, partly sunny. That gets our high temperature back up to 83 degrees. Just a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm. Beginning at noon tomorrow, you can see a couple of pop-up showers and thunderstorms. We've got the concerts on the square rescheduled for 7 p.m. tomorrow. Hopefully that will stay dry. If it does rain, it should be just for a short period of time. And you can see as we get into the latter part of the evening and early overnight hours, probably going to see that rain just kind of come back down to almost nothing. But again, spots that get a heavier thunderstorm could see 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain. Other areas less than 1/10 of an inch or even nothing. Just depends on where those storms end up tracking. As we look at our first warn 7 to 10 day forecast, temperatures mid-80s through the weekend. Saturday should be dry. A chance for a shower or thunderstorm on Sunday, and then most of next week dry. Temperatures go up into the upper 80s to around 90 by the end of the week. But other than a chance of rain showers Wednesday night into Thursday morning, we're going to stay dry for most of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. The Waunakee School District is announcing a new boys basketball coach a little more than a month after players and parents rallied around the previous coach whose contract was not renewed. The district announced today that Tyler Selk will be the new head coach, replacing Dana McKenzie, who was let go after 20 years of running the program. The district says Selk has a, quote, significant amount of experience coaching at the youth and high school levels in Waunakee.
And coming up in sports, Alec Ingalls' charity softball game returns to Madison this weekend. Why it didn't take much time to find other Badgers to help him out on the diamond. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance?
Uh-huh. Shh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle.
and it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on a 2023 Ford Escape or Edge and get 2.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
We need to talk about Sono Bello.
We are getting rid of all of this today.
Ladies, this summer you can cover up or feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello. One visit, permanent fat removal.
Look at this shape. My tummy is gone and my hourglass shape is back.
Wherever there's excess fat, we can remove it. That's what we do all day, every day. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I could actually wear a two-piece after 25 years.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner. Now, with our Best Bodies Summer event, you can schedule your free, no-obligation consultation, plus save $250 off instantly. That's $250 off your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more. Call 1-888-634-9939 or go to sonobello.com.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance?
Uh-huh. Shh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
In a couple weeks, Alec Ingold will hit training camp for his second season in Miami and return to his role as the Dolphins' #1 fullback. But right now, football isn't on Ingold's mind. Instead, it's all about the battle for Wisconsin. His second annual charity softball game returns to Madison on Saturday, and the goal hasn't changed: raise money to help kids with the Ingold Family Foundation. And it wasn't very hard to find fellow Badgers to help him out.
For us to have one opportunity a year during the summertime, when it's beautiful out, to go play a game, make ourselves look a little silly for the good of the community, for our foundation. A lot of guys were looking forward to this one this year. A lot of guys asked, like, hey, make sure to pencil me in for next year. So really excited, and yeah, always good for a good cause.
This year's teams are a little different than last year's. It's the alumni legends versus the current stars, or the old guys against the young guys. On paper, the advantage clearly goes to C.J. Williams, Ches Malusi, and the rest of the young guns. But when it comes to bragging rights, Ingold warns not to count out his squad of former Wisconsin football stars.
Obviously, a little bit less athleticism across the board on our team, but I think the dad strength is going to do as well. It's really cool to connect with these guys from all the different generations, the guys that you watched growing up, John Stocco, Brian Calhoun, to the guys that, you know, the Chris Borlands of the world that when I'm starting to get recruited, like, that's the dude, right? Yeah. And then some former teammates, Derek Watt, Zach Bond, all those guys.
Another day, another big-time commitment for Wisconsin, but this one was a little different than the others. Dylan Johnson isn't just going to play football or just wrestle. He's going to do both as a Badger. Johnson is a three-star defensive lineman from Illinois who flipped his commitment from Northwestern to UW. He's a three-time state wrestling champion who currently is the 4th-ranked heavyweight in the nation. Speaking of Badger wrestling, Wisconsin announced their home and away Big Ten duels for the upcoming season. UW will host Illinois, Nebraska, Northwestern, and Ohio State, and take road trips to Iowa, Michigan State, Minnesota, and Purdue. UW is looking to build off a disappointing 1-7 conference duel record from a season ago. The dates and times will be announced at a later date. We're back after this.
We're busy. I get it. So Stanton Optical works with your schedule. Buy online, pick up in store same day, and get a free fitting. I mean, look at my to-do list. Skip the wait. Get your kids' glasses made the same day, only at Stanton Optical.
You've got this. Your big moment on their big day. The dress? Another one you'll never wear. Gift? Practical. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free overdraft protection transfers. So when you get invited to your 3rd destination wedding in as many months, we'll be there with you.
When we first met Todd, we thought Jen was kidding.
You've got this with Associated Bank.
Lean back and enjoy the summer savings at the Century House. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless seating. The more you spend, the more you can save instantly. So furnish an entire room with the most comfortable seating in the world and watch the savings add up. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Looking to bring life to your Wisconsin Dells getaway? Bring your family, bring your friends, bring an extra suit, and bring on the water parks. It's time to bring out your best. Your best driving, your best sliding. Hey, your best friend just passed you up. Ready to play? Bring your A game. Ready to eat? Bring your appetite. Ready to bring it to the next level? Let's bring it all together. Summer in Wisconsin Dells. Bring it on. Go to WISC-TV.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Now through July 19th, you can join for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. With over 2,400 locations worldwide and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. Whether you're a newbie or a gym pro, you belong in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, July 19th. That's how we do.
At Stanton Optical, you get great value on eye care, including contacts. Right now, get a 1-year supply of AccuView Oasis and an eye exam for only $189. Scan now to book your eye exam. Yay, technology.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Gary's back. He's in a great mood after that rain.
I think everybody is. It's nice to be able to get some soaking rain around here. Let's take a look at radar right now. Nothing out there, but it's possible we could see an isolated shower or thunderstorm pop up at some point tonight. Maybe some fog, though. Seeing visibility's dropped to 2.5 miles in Viroqua, so keep that in mind. But at least the rain was very welcome today.
Beautifully done, Gary. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.